Yeah, here we go. I don't know. Let's you guys are some guinea pigs. All right, so Friday night makes you a promise. Last weekend was a bag of potato chips, and now it's a pile of crumbs in my sheets. The weekend before was a stomach pump, every hour on the hour. This weekend is a tidal pool full of fish with disco ball scales, and a mermaid who decided to start dressing in all black last month, all the way up to her lipstick. This weekend, I will be the island boy searching for pearls, who keeps mistaking the reflection of the stars for white treasures beneath the surface of black water. Flat beer. So this poem is about how I learned how to tell stories. Flat beer, mosquitoes the size of hummingbirds, cigars that cost $1, hand-rolled cigarettes just because we think that those are cooler. We lean between and next to the headlights, the doors open, mixed CDs spilling out, mixing like soda into the hush of the waves, smooth as whiskey. Tide pools hold the night. Save us the effort of our chins tilting upwards. There's no question that better times are coming. Some of us will lose our virginity. And worse ones are also running down the road towards us. Friends hauled off in plastic bags, beers to be poured over grave sites. But if I were a jewel carved from some lazy crystal, I'm sure that this would have been my crucible. I'm sure that the scientists who know these kinds of things would stare into the way sunlight passes through me and is bent into music, and they would suddenly know the history in my makeup. Nostalgia Academy. I opened a school of re-education when I had the courage to sit with myself. I made my own dunce cap out of a loudspeaker. I sat in a corner of mirrors under a light bulb, bright as the smiles that people would have cracked if I hadn't have let them down instead. My friends hung their accomplishments in my planetarium. My planetarium was locked before 7 beer o'clock, and then it was always spilling into the Olympic pool of my mouth, where I was always dragging people in. I hung fishing nets in every doorway, hoping to snag some teachers. I figured something had to get tangled up in there, between all of the landscapes bouncing like heartbeats across my window and singing in the dark, all of the hours whispering sleep into your lover's hair, and the promises that rode whiskey into midnight. There had to be something that I learned from. I rode a helicopter over a field of old calendars. I let one leg dangle over the edge while I shouldered an elephant gun and hunted old egos. I shot a 10-point embarrassing epiphany from high school, sprayed its skull all over a white field of July 2005. I left its body to rot and feed wildflowers while I and feed the wildflowers that I could visit. Trespass on a grave of what was a frantic and important beast, and lie down in it and laugh into the clouds. At this school, we don't have standardized tests. We just keep climbing our ladders and looking down every so often, our memories beneath us like tiny glittering cities we can never return to, and above us, bright lights and falling snow. It's weird, right? I write weird poems now. I write really weird poems now.